This here on the screen here is basically Oxfam's vision for DRR and adaptation. I'll just read it briefly because I think it's quite faint. Oxfam and the communities and partners with which we work become able to factor climate change and disaster risks into development and humanitarian programs, influence significant international funding availability, and support the national implementation of disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation policy and practice. That vision is kind of broken down in our corporate commitments. The new strategic steer makes reference to working to ensure that there are plans for agricultural development which support poor farmers, and climate change adaptation plans which include the needs of all people, because there is so much uncertainty. We need to help people assess risk and become more resilient, whether it is the very poorest people or those with more opportunity. There's a recognition really that DRR has a lot to offer now. I mean, at the very highest level, the UNFCCC, the Bali Action Plan in 2007, recognised the importance of disaster risk reduction for adaptation. And very recently in Cancun, the latest text on adaptation funds referenced disaster risk reduction as a kind of valid approach. Having said that, although there's lots of overlaps, they aren't the same, and there is a kind of slippage across the organisation which we try to stop. DRR is not the same as adaptation. If it's done the right way, it can contribute to adaptation, meaning primarily that we have to assess future risk. And if we're not doing everything we can to do that, if we're only really dealing with climate variability the way we always have done, we shouldn't really be claiming to support people adapt. There's lots. The risk reduction practice, as it's kind of traditionally been done, can help in terms of supporting people to deal with unpredictability and variability in the short term, but without that longer term view of and helping communities think through, their own development pathways, if you like, and supporting the decisions they make over the longer term. We need to be careful.